The truth is that you might be wasting your time working out if you aren't doing it the right way. Here to tell us the importance of technique and tempo is Ryan Woods. He's a personal trainer from Enfuse Fitness in Enfield, Connecticut. Ryan, time, tempo, technique, these are so important.
Well, they are. They're often overlooked variables, especially when you're new to any kind of fitness routine. But tempo can completely change the training stimulus and also the effect that it has on the muscle by either increasing or decreasing the time under tension, the amount of time that the muscle is exposed to a stimulus.
So that technique is super important.
Well, for example, if you read Women's Health, Men's Health, there's exercise that may advocate 8 to 10 reps. 8 to 10 reps when the tempo changes can be any, a 20-second exercise, just 60-second or a 90-second exercise. So making sure that you pay attention to those and journaling that so that you understand what you're doing, so you have kind of a linear platform when you're trying to put together a program, can have a big effect on your results.
And of course, if you're doing it the right way too, I know like if you do a plank, if you're not doing it the right way, you're not going to get the benefit that you're supposed to get.
What ends up happening is people develop bad habits if they don't do an exercise properly, if they don't either learn how to do it properly or have someone show them or educate them on how to do it properly, and it's really, really hard to break bad habits.
Right, so we're going to get you into the habit of doing it the right way. So we're going to bring out the demonstrator, Seth Stutman.
Our sexy guy.
That's debatable. Am I sitting?
Yeah, you can sit down.
All right.
Okay, so what are we going to have him do today?
Well, I didn't choose really complex exercises. They're very simple, and you've seen them on the show before, but I just did it for the purpose of illustration. So we're going to do a basic bicep curl, so you can take these. I really weighted these down for you.
Oh, these are the 50s you brought with
Oh,
you.
yeah, these are made of mercury. So
better you than me.
we're going to separate those feet, keep them straight. Okay, abdomen slightly drawn in, get that chest arched up, okay? Keep those glutes engaged. I'm gonna pinch my finger back here so your shoulder blades kind of come back.
Oh, yeah.
Right there.
Okay.
All right, and you're only gonna be bending at the elbow, so you're gonna bring your arms up. One, okay? You can do it both of them
Do
at the
both?
same time. Oh, you got,
Okay.
yeah, you got the manpower for that.
It's debatable.
And we're gonna lower it for 3, 2, 1. You're
Now,
gonna
one of your tips is to always count it out and use a
it's-
stopwatch.
If you audibly count out the tempo, a lot of times when you start to get fatigued, especially on the later part of the set, a lot of people start to rush the set.
Guilty.
You just want to get the reps out.
I want to get done. Exactly.
So how fast you come up, all right, and how fast you lower the weight will dictate, what the overall stimulus is achieved. So for this is a pretty common tempo. You lower it for 3 seconds, you come up for a 1 count. So come up, 1, 3,
2, 1.
breathe out, yep. And so what you want to do is maintain intra-abdominal pressure every single time you bring those weights up. When you exhale, you want to go ahead and re-engage the abdomen. Okay, so you're working your core sort of intrinsically at the same time.
It feels like, more than my biceps are burning right now.
And your breath control is an important technique too.
Absolutely, positively paramount when you're exercising.
Don't hold your breath, obviously.
Don't want to hold your
Keep
breath.
breathing. Yeah.
So
next?
the other thing is you want to have a stopwatch on you, okay?
Okay.
What happens is if you go to the gym, a lot of people, or if they're at home, they start to, they get distracted and they lose track of their workout, and their rest interval becomes, an entire show, or they start chatting with somebody at the water bar. So you want to make sure that you're good posture, okay?
Thank you,
Posture
okay.
police. Woo! All right. So there's a variety of different ways of doing this, but we can do an exercise overhead. This is for the triceps, okay? Overhead dumbbell press. So again, it's the same thing. Keep that drawn in, keep it nice and tight. We're going to lower it right to here. We're going to press it all the way up. Good, and lower for 3.
So the
2,
lowering part's always going to be longer than the pushing up part.
It depends on what you're trying to achieve. I don't want to get, I don't want to make it too complicated for our viewers, but by and large, for the most part, the eccentric, the lowering phase, is the phase that is going to take the most time. Okay?
Okay.
2, 1, and up.
And also, it's just important to remember that you need to know the right way to do things so that you're not just doing it any old way, because then you could hurt yourself too.
Yeah, create good habits up front, maintain proper range of motion, and we'll sexify that body.
That's right, especially with the summer. So now, Ryan, we're gonna keep working with Seth on this while I bring in Tyler, who actually earlier in the show we made a cauliflower rice stir fry. So keep on working those muscles.
All right,
Seth.
let's do that. Let's do the biceps again.
Now,
do it
okay,
again.
so Tyler, tell us what you did to finish this up.
Okay.
So very basic. After we finished cutting, all we did was add 2 tablespoons of sesame oil, 1 tablespoon of rice vinegar. That's not necessary, but I like to do it. It gives a little bit more of a kick.
Yep.
And then finish it off with 3 tablespoons of low sodium, gluten-free, non-GMO organic soy sauce.
Okay, and then you put it all together. Then you put it all together into the pan.
Right, and something like this should take less than 10 minutes, and that is something that people need to understand, is that healthy meals can be quick, and if you have the right preparation and have everything cut up, you can prepare a nice, healthy, fast meal hot in less than 10 minutes.
Now, Seth's doing a workout now, right? But Ryan's working with him on the right technique and tempo. Now, is this a meal that you'd want to have after your workout? Is this a good after-workout meal, or would you say before?
Depends. That very much depends on the type of workout. If you're having a very rigorous strongman type workout where you're doing sled drags and that kind of stuff, a little bit of fruit, sugar, to flush it into the muscles, that's good. If you're having a very basic workout, something where you're working your arms or
Like
doing
this
that kind of
is,
stuff, protein and some vegetables would be good. You haven't done enough work to warrant a high sugar or high carbohydrate workout.
That looks delicious. Thanks, Ryan.
Why don't you gentlemen, you can feel free to eat that. We want to share a funny little tidbit.